How old were you when you became a millionaire?
Probably 28.
And what do you do for a living out here in Miami to be able to afford a G-Wagon?
I'm in the oil industry.
How long have you been a business owner?
Oh my gosh, my first time I was an equity partner in a company, I was 24 years old.
What happened at 27?
27, I did a big deal, and I had to put together 2 people, and my commission on it was $48 million.
Take me to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest piece of advice you ever received throughout your career?
Why don't you quit bitching about all the things you're not getting and worry about the things you are getting?
Number 1.
Real quick, for 1 minute. I have the biggest business media channel in the entire world. We've interviewed
I've seen you.
Shaq, Mark Cuban.
I've seen you.
How old were you when you became a millionaire?
Probably 28.
And what line of business are you in?
At that time, I was in computers and consumer electronics.
What are you doing right now?
I run a television network in all the airports, hotels.
What business is that?
It's called Reach TV.
Actually, how did you get into the television business? It's very competitive in entertainment because there's some huge companies there. How are you standing out?
Well, I'm working with them. And also, we own our space, so nobody else can dominate travel like we can. And our tech, because I came from tech, delivers directly down to every single screen.
Right.
So we're the only television network that actually knows where it is.
Yeah.
And you have 54 million travelers a month going through, so every league, every partner, all want those eyeballs.
So you're not afraid to go into a competitive market where there's a lot of people?
I've been competing all my life. Competition is part of it.
Did you come from a lot of money?
Came from nothing. My grandfather ran a garbage route, and his second grade education, my grandmother the same.
So in other words, you don't have to come from a rich family, but a rich family can come from you.
All day.
How old are you now?
I'm 53.
53. You look incredible for 53.
Thank you very much.
Over these years, what's the most amount of money you made in a single year?
250 million.
250 million. Now, when you said that you're making the competition, like you're working with them, are you making them your customers as well?
Yeah,
or?
they're my partners and they're my customers. So what happens is, think about Netflix. Netflix created its own rights window. When they started Netflix, there was no such thing as SVOD, AVOD, none of that. So I stole that idea and created my own rights window for what I'm doing now in travel.
Wow.
Then you accumulate all the touch points in there, and in 2021, January 21, we acquired what you know as CNN Airport, now is ours.
Wow. What's your best sales and negotiation advice for anybody in business? You've been at the table with some heavy hitters.
Simple. Serve the person you're talking to. Are you providing service to the person you're talking to? Never do something to somebody, do something for someone.
But how about you got a prospective client, they're on the fence, they're leaning towards a no. How do you get that no into a yes?
No is never no, it's always not yet.
Wow. That's game right there.
That's it.
And any tactics specifically that you leverage or that you use when you're...
Relationships. I have run the same phone number for the last 32 years. I can pick up the phone and call anybody, and I'd say your net worth is really your network.
So that Rolodex is deep that you have.
My Rolodex is how I do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it. It's also showing up. You know, I show up here. I show up everywhere I'm supposed to be. And a lot of people don't. You can't do it sitting in your home. You got to get out. You got to be in person. You got to go and see those people, and you got to show your commitment to them before they commit to you.
So you don't think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
No, they're not.
No?
I think Instagram and other things, like people think it's overnight. Like some people will call me now and say, wow, this is amazing. Look what you did. This is my 9th year.
They didn't see
9th year.
Yeah.
You're seeing the end. Yeah. What I love the most about business is the journey. I love the failure. I love all of that. You can't tell me you appreciate being a winner if you don't appreciate the failures. Gotta learn all of it to enjoy every single bit of it. Every single day I love waking up. I'm up at 5. I'm up every day. Same energy you see me now, I have all day, every day. Ask anybody who knows me. They'll tell you the same thing. And I'm 53. Same exact thing.
You got amazing advice. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
I really
of course.
appreciate you. Can I get your number by any chance for the...
Number 2.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, is this your G-Wagon?
Sorry.
Is this your G-Wagon?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living out here in Miami to be able to afford a G-Wagon?
I'm in the oil industry.
You're in the oil business?
Yes, oil business.
Are you a business owner?
I am.
How long have you been a business owner?
For like 16 years.
Over these 16 years across your companies, what's the most amount of money you made in a single year?
I don't know if I should say
Can you
that.
give me a range? Revenue, not personal, revenue.
Between 6 to 7 million.
$7 million.
Yes, $7 million.
So you're a millionaire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go all over the world interviewing the world's most successful people. Could I get one quick minute with you for our channel real quick?
Sure.
Is that okay?
After this.
Is that okay?
Yes, 1 second.
Awesome. What is the best financial advice that you've ever received?
Well-behaved women rarely make history. Women who play by the rules, they won't really get anywhere. You got to break the rules.
Now, you're in the oil business.
I am.
What business has made you the most money?
I think manufacturing solar panels. And I think pumping crude oil.
What's the biggest deal you've ever closed?
It was like a $28 million deal.
$20 million.
Yeah, it was a $28 million deal. $28 million deal, but I got commission. It wasn't my deal, but I did it in Puerto Rico. I did it in the airport, and the commission was hefty.
In the oil business, or what was that?
In the oil business, and I was 21.
Are you a buyer or a seller?
I feel like I'm both, depending on what the market is. But I'm a seller. I sell.
Are you good at sales?
I can sell water too. A fish. Well, I've been selling for years. I've been selling for years, and I was in corporate customer service for 10 years, so I know how to deal with people.
What's your secret to selling?
You're not asking the wrong questions. You're asking the wrong person.
That's game right
Yeah,
there.
keep asking. Go get a loan, sign up for whatever. Closed mouths don't get fed, and don't be afraid. Just go. If you don't go to the banks, if you don't try and find lenders, you're not gonna know what you need.
So you weren't afraid to borrow money from
No, I
banks?
borrow money all the time.
Actually,
I do.
How do you leverage that debt into wealth, though?
Well, I spread it out, and I multiply it. A lot of the times you say, okay, this is where we're gonna spend it, but I budget it and I spread it out, and a lot of the times I pay it back before it even makes what it needs to make.
So if you lost everything tomorrow, could you make it all back?
Absolutely. I can make it in 10 phone calls.
So your network's important.
My network is hefty. Big players.
Have you ever met a billionaire?
I've dated billionaires.
You dated billionaires? Well, what have you learned from all the billionaires that you've met, that you've interacted with, that you've networked with? What do billionaires do differently from everybody else?
I think that more than anything, they like to talk. They like quality time. They like listeners. And they can separate the doers from the non-doers. You're gonna be a student for life and be open to that. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm constantly learning, and I'm gonna learn until my last breath. So billionaires, they love that. It's the playground, and you gotta take notes. You gotta file taxes like a billionaire. You gotta be a big girl if you want to be with the
Have
big
you
boys.
filed taxes like a billionaire?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do you pay a lot in taxes? Or?
I mean, I have several trust accounts, so.
So what's the best way to not pay a lot of taxes? Because the wealthiest people I've met, they don't pay any taxes.
I would say knowing how to do business, knowing how to write off, and then of course actually securing your wealth. And I want to say making sure that you have that generational wealth by having trust accounts, by having certain portfolios, and following it properly, doing business properly, and knowing exactly how you can write off. You really have to have a really good financial advisor and have a really crazy financial team. Like your team has to be hardcore. Invest in it. Invest in it, because the more you invest in the best financial advisors and the best tax attorneys, you're gonna save a lot of money.
Right.
Like when you build a team in every single part of your business, when you build the right team, they make money for you. In your sleep, you can trust everybody. I think your team, invest in your team.
Number 3.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. Question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
Excuse me?
How old were you when you made your first million?
I was 26.
You became a millionaire at 26?
Yes.
What happened that year?
I had been a part of a partnership where we had bought a company for $25 million and had sold it for $55 million 3 years later.
Actually?
Yes.
What do you do for a living out here in Miami?
I do a lot of different things.
You think we could interview you real quick? I have a channel with 10 million followers. I go all over the world interviewing super successful people. Can we get 1 minute with you?
Sure.
How many businesses do you own?
Right now?
Yeah.
I have 5.
5 businesses?
Yes.
How long have you been a business owner?
Oh my gosh, my first time I was an equity partner in a company, I was 24 years old.
How old are you now?
I'm 50.
You're 50 years old.
I am.
Did you come from a lot of money?
I came from nothing. I grew up with 4 kids, a single mother on food stamps, living in a trailer behind my grandparents' home.
What was your turning point to financial freedom?
When you grow up with lack, you realize what you don't want. So you're like, how am I going to fix this? And I just remember thinking at a young age, at 9 years old, I started my first paper route. I'm like, I just need to start hustling, start working. I'll figure it out along the way. A lot of people don't want to hear that. The come up is a struggle and it's a journey. But by the time I was 18 and everybody else was just starting to think about working, I had been working for a decade. So I had sales expertise. I had hustle ingrained in me. So when I actually started my first job out of college, I crushed everybody near me because I had the work ethic and they also had the experience and expertise that I had built in that come up.
Were you good at selling?
I mean, I could sell ice to an Eskimo.
Wow. So give us a quick sales masterclass right here. Give me a lesson about sales.
The most important thing about sales is to always put yourself in the other person's shoes. Too often people think about, here's what I want you to have, here's why I want you to have it. That's an epic fail. The right way to do it is to put myself in your shoes, figure out the problem that you need solved, think about and empathize with how you're feeling, how you got there, and start speaking that to you. Immediately you're gonna feel a connection with me, you're gonna feel a trust with me, and you're gonna say, this girl gets my pain point. Now I can ask her, hey, can you solve that for me? And wouldn't you know, yes, I can. And that's how you really sell people.
You realize they don't teach that in school, right?
Well, they need to start teaching it.
Did you have to sacrifice a lot when you were coming up?
Oh my gosh, of course. I remember in my 20s, all my friends were getting married. Everybody was having babies. I didn't take one day off from work for 4 years. Not one vacation, not one day. All my friends lived in Boston. I lived in Boston. I moved to the middle of Michigan, in the middle of nowhere, Saginaw, Michigan. Not somewhere, an ideal location people want to go. I was 24 years old. I gave up everything because I wanted to put myself on the map in regards to business, create some credibility and name for myself and some wealth, and it all worked out.
When you were coming up growing your businesses, did you have a lot of people that were hating on you or doubting you?
Even my own family has, right? Like people who, it doesn't mean they have to hate on you. They might love you and they want to hold you back because they're scared for you. Right? It doesn't have to be haters. I think that that's a confusing point for a lot of people. My second book is called Overcome Your Villains. It's about getting all negative people out of your life. That's key to success. But sometimes the people that are really holding you back and holding you down are the ones that love you because they're afraid for you. You have to be willing to say, I feel you, I see you, I thank you, I'm grateful for you, and I'm going to still move forward anyway.
So it's safe to say that even though they're your family or your loved ones, they may not know what's actually best for you.
No one one is going to know what's best for you other than you. You've got to tune out that noise. Maybe they couldn't do it. That has nothing to do with whether you're going to be successful or not.
You got amazing advice.
Oh, thank you. I'm
you so much for
so
your
happy
time.
to be here with you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for your
I
time.
appreciate you.
Number 4.
I'm about to interview the greatest football player of all time, and his name, it's Tom Brady, you guys. He won 7 Super Bowls and 3 MVPs, all while making hundreds of millions of dollars. So today, I just flew out to Chicago to meet up with and interview the legend himself to figure out his exact secrets to becoming one of the greatest athletes across any sport, and what it took to not make millions, but hundreds of millions of dollars. So this video is about to be insane from start to finish, so stay tuned until the end. That being said, let's get this video on the way. Guys, so we just got to the destination. We're gonna be interviewing Tom Brady, which is actually at one of his recent businesses that he just opened up out here in Chicago. But I gotta be very clear, guys. This is one of the craziest interviews that we've ever done. Look, I've interviewed Shaq, I've interviewed Will Smith, I've interviewed 25 billionaires, the richest people in the world. But we're talking about one of the greatest athletes of all time, Tom Brady, the legend. He's gonna go down in every sports history book, you guys. So this is gonna be a once-in-a-lifetime experience and an incredible interview for you guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna be meeting with the legend any minute now. How you doing, man? What's up, brother? Great to see you, man.
Good to see you. Everything
Good
good?
to see you. Everything's great, man.
How you doing it with Tom?
Yeah, I'm doing it with Tom, man. What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, buddy.
Great to see
We
you.
got you set up Have right you here. watched this? Have you watched this? He's great. He's the best in the world. I love it.
James, Tom, how you doing? It's great to meet you. I'm doing good, man. Happy to be here.
Doing great. That's awesome.
Appreciate you having us out.
So what's the best spot for
Right
you?
here.
The
We're
vault?
standing right here.
Guys, can we get the vault?
Who am I here with today?
Tom Brady.
The GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Appreciate it.
And for those that don't know, how did you make your millions?
A lot of hard work on the football field, taking a lot of hits and trying to get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible, throwing it to my teammates.
You're the greatest of all time.
I appreciate that, but I like to think that I did the best I could with the opportunities I got, and I never try to compare myself to anybody else. I just try to be the best I could be every day for myself and for all my teammates.
You became one of the greatest athletes to ever pick up a football. What was the biggest driving factor of your success throughout your career?
I think what happened, early in my career through high school and college, I had to work really hard to become a starter on the team and ultimately to be a contributor. I think through those 9 years, I really learned a lot of resiliency because things didn't always bounce my way early on. And I think I really had to find different strategies to be successful. Then when I got to the pro level, I felt like I had a lot of self-confidence because I had overcome a lot when no one was really paying attention. So now I got to the pros and I was like, all right, let me put those same tactics to work.
Did you have anybody that doubted you?
Yeah, about 32 teams for the first 6 rounds of the NFL draft.
But you didn't listen to them.
You know what? I think you have to listen to what's inside of you and the own self-belief that you have. And the person that you're looking at in the mirror every day really matters most.
How did you find that self-belief though? Because that's one of the biggest things people in business and sports, they doubt themselves, they listen to the naysayers. What was it inside of you that found that self-belief to go out there and become one of the greats?
It's just a lot of trial and error and a lot of failure. And I think the failures that I had allowed me to be successful. And I always tell everybody, you have to get outside of your comfort zone. We can all wake up every day and live a life of comfort and convenience and do things the same way all the time. But I think you really have to challenge yourself to grow in many ways, physically, mentally, and emotionally, in order to achieve things that maybe you didn't even think were possible.
The comfort zones where dreams go to die.
You're 100% right. Well said.
Let me ask you this. You weren't the fastest, you weren't the strongest, but you outlasted everybody. What was the secret to your longevity?
Well, I had so many great mentors, and that taught me the right way. My best friend in the world, who's like my brother, Alex Guerrero, who's now running the entire health and wellness department for the Raiders. He taught me a lot, and it was a lot of discipline that I learned through our work together about how to take care of my body that allowed me to do what I love to do for a long time.
So I want to challenge you. Take me to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest piece of advice you ever received throughout your career?
When I was a sophomore in college, I had a sports psychologist mentor of mine, Greg Harden, and God rest his soul, he passed away about 6 months ago. And I would go and bitch and complain to him all the time that I wasn't getting the same opportunities that other guys were. And he sat me down in his office one Tuesday afternoon and he said, why don't you quit bitching about all the things you're not getting and worry about the things you are getting? And if they give you 3 opportunities in a practice to go out there and do your best, then do it. And don't worry about anybody else. And I think so many times we focus on what everyone else gets and we lose track of what we're getting and the opportunities we're getting. You go out there and you take advantage of the opportunities you get, and I did that.
Take accountability. Nobody's coming to save you.
Accountability is a word that I think we need to ingrain in all of us all the time. We are accountable to the people that we value in our life, certainly ourselves, number one, but the people that matter in our life, we should be accountable to them too.
You faced immense pressure, booze. You played with broken ribs. You played at Super Bowls. How did you train your mind to deal with that type of pressure? Because I see the most successful people, what allows them to get to that level of success is the ability to deal with immense amounts of pressure. Because people crumble. How did you train your mind to deal with a lot of pressure?
A lot of great sayings. One is like iron sharpens iron. Dealing with pressure, you have to put yourself in pressure situations. So I treated practice like a game. And if we scored a touchdown in practice, I celebrated like it was in a game. And I wanted to deal with all those emotions like it was game day even when it wasn't game day. So every little thing that I could make a competition, I made it seem like even in the off season, if I was throwing with Gronk or Julian or Danny or Wes, I'd say, hey man, it's 4th down, 4th and 7. We got to score. We only got one shot to win the Super Bowl. And you either win the Super Bowl or you're not. But the difference is that Super Bowl's in June or July and you got to get it done then. So then when it really matters in February, well, you realize you've already done it before and your body knows and it's already been programmed for that experience.
Take me back to Super Bowl 51. You were down.
My favorite games.
You were down 28-3 at halftime. The biggest deficit in Super Bowl history. You came back and won. Take me back to the locker room at halftime. What was going through your mind? What were you telling yourself? What was that self-talk?
Well, the point was, and I think for all of us, don't quit. Go fight your ass off and fight to the end. And look, whatever happens, be proud of what you did by the way you fought, because sometimes things don't bounce your way early in the game. But if you quit, you're a loser for life. If you fight back, well, let's see what can happen. And we're down 21-3, and Coach Belichick said to us, 21 points won't be enough to beat us today. So we got the ball in the third quarter, and we punted back to them, and they scored a touchdown, and it went 28-3, and I was like, well, maybe 28 points is enough. But you know what? We fought back that day, and I think the strength, resilience, determination of the men on that team and in that organization, coaching included, we showed what we were all about, and we didn't stop fighting. And then we found a way to overcome the early deficiencies that, in the end, make it a magical day for all of us.
You have a beautiful perspective on competition, and you talk about how in today's world, across sports, people are friendly. You had a maniacal focus about you. Were you ever afraid of competition?
No, I had this no bull mentality, no bullshit, no excuses.
Were you a little crazy?
I am a little crazy. I see things as like you're either giving your best or you're not. And everyone wants to win, but in the end, what are you really willing to do what it takes to win? If you're training for a season, anyone could play one game. It doesn't take much effort to be 4-13. It takes a lot more effort to be 9-8. It takes a lot more effort to be 12-5. It takes a ton of effort to be 15-2. And you have to have the right discipline and habits and actions every day to make the right choices to put yourself in a position to succeed.
One of my favorite videos I've ever seen of you is when you were asked who your hero is. Can you share with my audience who is your hero?
I said then, and that was in 26, I'll say now, my dad's my hero, and he always has been. I try to be like my dad every day. He's a man of lives every day with integrity, and he's the best dad, the best grandpa, and I am who I am because of my dad.
You have a couple sons. Your dad's your hero. Give me a lesson that your dad taught you that you are going to instill in your kids one day before you leave this earth. What's a lesson that your dad taught you that you're going to make sure that you instill in your children?
So my dad was there for me every step of the way. Any point in my life where, my dad was a rock, and he provided me every opportunity I needed to succeed, and he had the most belief in me of anyone. And that's what I really want to pass on to my kids. I believe in them. Whatever they set their mind to, they're going to accomplish.
And your last message to the younger generation. Tom, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more guiding principle to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Be proud of the person you look back in the mirror every single day, because that's the person you got to satisfy. And the life you lead is a lesson you teach. So when you wake up every day and the choices that you make, you don't have to say anything. Everyone's going to watch you and they're going to pay attention. So if you want to live a life of integrity, be that. If you want to live a life of resilience, be that. If you want to live a life of caring and joy, be that. That's what you can bring to the world.
You got amazing advice, Tom. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for your
great
time.
to meet you.
I appreciate you, man. That was amazing. Seriously.
Thanks, man.
Number 5.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, how old were you when you became a millionaire?
27 years old.
And what line of business are you in?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur, but I've had many businesses.
What happened at 27?
27, I did a big deal, and I had to put together 2 people, and my commission on it was $48 million.
You made that yourself?
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that deal makers can really make the money in today's world.
Deal makers, they make a lot of money.
So you don't have to be the smartest guy, but if you can connect the right 2 people together and make money out of it, you're going to make money.
The smartest guy is the guy who's closest to God. When you keep God first, you can get whatever you want in life.
Did you always believe in God?
Always believed in God. My father's a minister, but as I got older, I had a near-death experience. 4 years ago, I had double pneumonia and COVID, and they gave me 24 hours to live, and here I am today, 5 years later.
So you think it was God that got you through that?
No, I don't think it was God. I know it was God, because I had 5 doctors telling my family I was going to die that night.
So what would you say to somebody out there that's questioning their belief? They don't think that God's actually real. What would you say to them?
I would say God is here.
Right.
No matter what you want in life, we all go through problems in life. And once we get past that problem, no matter what the problem is, we always get over it. Once we get over that problem, we have to figure out, how did we do it? Where did it come from? So you got to backtrack and say, okay, how did I get here today? I own a huge technology company. It's worth $1.2 billion.
So you're a billionaire.
Well, on paper, yes.
Yeah, that's amazing,
On
man.
paper.
What's your name?
Jeffrey Phillips.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Phillips.
No Y, just Jeffrey without a Y. Don't ask why.
So what did it take to build out a billion-dollar company?
You know what? I'm blessed. Deals come to me. It's like you guys approaching me right now.
So you're saying once you build that credibility, it starts to come to you.
Once you build that credibility, you're trusting God, everything comes to you. I know right now I can ask for anything I want and I'll get it.
So it's safe to say faith is at the center of every decision you make.
Faith is at the center of every decision. I have all that I have only because of God.
What type of tech company are you running today?
Gaming. Have you heard of blackjack?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever played blackjack?
Yeah.
You know blackjack with the bonus round where you put
Yeah.
up money there?
Yes.
I own all the patents to those.
Are you kidding
So
me?
when you play and lose, I get paid.
Oh my goodness, right now.
And see, once again, that just happened by a blessing.
But that's a lesson in itself right there, because patents, if you own the patent, you can make a lot of money.
If you own the patents to anything, you can make a lot of money. You don't have to work.
How do you get the patent though?
That's where God comes in. I was in Vegas. I had a TV show that I was on for 2 years, and somebody recognized me, and they said, oh my gosh, I was just at home watching your TV show, and I'm sitting there. I meet with this person. She tells me her dad has these patents. Over a 2 or 3 years period, I meet with her father, who owned video poker, and he says, listen, I've got these patents for this new version of blackjack that's going to come out. This is back in 2018, and I ended up buying it from him, and here we are today.
Did you have anybody that doubted you? To build that gaming company, centered around blackjack into $1 billion company, you had to have some, did people think you were crazy?
People still think I'm crazy.
They do. Are you crazy? A little bit maybe?
Yeah, of course.
Just a little bit.
I live in
But-
LA. I'm crazy.
But you have to be a little crazy to be successful though. To be that successful,
Yeah,
you have to.
you do.
Did you always know God?
Always knew God, but not the way I know him now. When I come from Buffalo, New York, and I'm a millionaire at 27 and get to this point at 58 where I've got a company that's worth $1 billion plus, like I said, it's only God that can get you here.
Right.
So you got to have faith and belief. If I say, you know what, I'm going to own that building, I may not have the revenue to do it, but I'm going to have that building. You come back a year from now, I'm going to have it. You know what's going to happen? The universe is going to open. And when I start telling you I'm going to own that building and start telling other people, I'll tell one person, they'll say, hey, I know the guy that owns it and he's looking to sell it. This is how my entire life has worked. To do that $48 million deal, I was at a restaurant like this and I was sitting at the table and it was a casino deal, and a woman in a chair next to me, she says, hey, I'm trying to put together a casino. She's talking to someone else and I'm over listening. I say, hey, I got a guy that want to buy a casino. Her investors put up $450 million. My commission on it, my take was $48 million. I was 27, turning 28.
I want to challenge you right now. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest advice you ever received throughout your career?
It was from a doctor. I was sick in Vegas and I was trying to raise money to do my first TV show, and I had given up. And the doctor said, you got to believe in yourself. He said, stop investing in other things and invest in yourself. Once I started to invest in myself and started believing, everything happened.
Sometimes the most unconventional circumstances can lead to the greatest pieces of advice. It's from a doctor, and you're a business
doctor,
guy. You're
yeah.
a business guy.
Yeah, I am.
You can learn something from everybody. That's why I love this channel, because there's people from so many different backgrounds, so many different businesses, but we can learn little bits and pieces from everybody in this earth.
Oh yeah, you can learn from everybody.
Right.
The homeless man on the street, you can learn. And I talk to homeless people all the time, and I do learn a lot from them.
Did you ever go broke?
Of course. Are you kidding? I'm a black man from Buffalo. I was born broke.
So you lost that 48 million,
Oh, are you kidding? I lost that 30 years ago.
but you made it all back.
I make it all back, and if I lose it again today, I'll make it back again.
You would. How?
Like I said,
It was
having
in
faith and believe in myself. And one thing I do have is a creative mind, so I know how to make anything happen.
How old are you now?
I'm just turned 58.
If me and you died tomorrow, and you had one more guiding principle to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Believe in God.
I love it, man. I appreciate you, man. I gotta
All
get.
right, God bless you, man. Keep it up.
Could I give you my contact?
Yeah, of course.